Hello everyone, a warm uh, good morning to all of you. Would like to welcome to this session of our uh, the YouTube channel. I hope you are good. So, as you can see on screen, U.S. political systems. So, we are going to discuss about United States of America and the uh, political systems, administrative political systems, be it legislative, executive, judiciary, all the things is going to discuss here. It's a very important topic on basis of our the examination demand, and it ensure a good amount of the question from this topic, so you need to focus these things. Okay, so first we'll discuss the PYQ, and basis of that we'll cover the theory. Hope you agree on this point. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do subscribe and show your support to us. So let's start without delay. So USA political system, and in syllabus they mention separation of power, check and balance, and the post of president, Congress as a legislative body, and there is a two house, Senate and House of Representative, Supreme Court and judicial review. So all the things is going to discuss under the PIQ. So let's start, and first let's see one of the question that I have provided to you as a homework question, that is which among the following is a political party in Britain. Okay, option A, Liberal Party, Conservative Party, Labour Party, and all of the above. So what is the political party in Britain? Okay, so all are the correct. Option D is answer. Okay, so be it Liberal, Conservative, Labour, they are all political party in Britain. Hope you all provide the answer. First we will discuss the previous year question of with respect to US political system, the topic of separation of power, check and balance. On basis of that we'll understand that what you need to really focus. Okay, and how we can able to provide the correct answer in our examination, because there are too much question which get confused to us in examination. So in such a way you have to prepare that whatever may they ask, you are able to provide the answer correctly. So on this note, let's start. So first question in front of you: which article of USA Constitution ensure the separation of power? Okay, so separation of power, this thing they mention, and with respect to USA Constitution. So try to provide the answer. And here the question, you need to understand the article which are deals with the USA Constitution. Like we have the article in our Indian Constitution, similarly in US also. So the answer of this question, option C, uh, the article 1, 2 and 3. Okay, article 1, 2 and 3, they deals with the separation of power. Moving to the next question. How can a debate and the USA Senate? Okay, USA Senate, how the debate end? Option A, if a motion is put forward by 16 senator and is approved by the 2/3 majority of the Senate. Option B, if a motion is put forward by 10 senator. Option C, a motion is put forward by 20 senator. And option D, if a motion is put forward by 25 senators. Okay, how the debate and become and. Okay, so what the process? So if you know, you can provide the answer, but the correct answer of this question is option A. Okay, so if a motion is put forward by 16 senator, then the debate in USA Senate become end. Okay, so that is how the thing. And here we notice that, okay, we need to remember the legislative proceedings. Like in India, there is a legislative proceedings, be it your different motion, or the house how deliberate discussion, different the resolution are brought to the house. So the what is the process, what is the different the method of way of passing a bill, okay, how the debate is going on, how it end. So we need to focus the legislative proceeding with respect to US political system. This question teach us that thing. Moving to the next question, question number 3. Under which amendment of constitution no person can be elected as a president of USA for the third term? Okay. So under which amendment of the constitution that no person can be elected as a president of the United States for the third term? So option A 12th amendment, B 18, C 22 and D 26. So which basically amendment? So it's the option C, the 22 amendment. Okay, so the 22 amendment, that ensure that a person can be elected as a president under United States for not the third term. Okay, so that is how from here we notice one thing, that we have to focus the different constitutional amendment with respect to USA. Like we have the constitutional amendment, so similar we need to focus that thing. Okay, that's important here, and specific amendment is required, not all. Okay, moving to the next question. What are the major political party in US? It's a very easy question. Hope you all will provide the answer. Option D is answer, Democratic and Republic. So as I already said you that we need to cover the political party with respect to USA. Then moving to the next question. Which year USA Supreme Court first exercised its power of judicial review? Okay, so judicial review exercise from which years? So option this in front of you can provide the answer. But the answer of this question is option B, 1803. Okay, 1803 under Marbury versus Madison case, the power of judicial review first exercise. And this question teaches that we need to remember the what is the judicial review and how it is being started in USA. Okay, moving to the next question. Which of the following country has a separate constitution for each state? Okay, obviously its answer is USA, because in USA there is a dual constitution, there is a dual citizenships. That's why the USA state and USA center are so strong, because they have the different kind of federal structures. Okay, that is how unique things. Okay, we remember from here that we need to focus the unique thing in term of be it your what I would say USA, China, UK, Switzerland. Okay, that we need to remember. Moving to the next question. Which of the following is not a part of American constitutional practice? Okay, constitutional practice. Okay, option A pocket veto, B collective responsibility, C senatorial courtesy and D filibustering. So which is not related to American constitutional practice? Okay, you can provide the answer. Hope you are able to provide the answer, but the question answer is option B, collective responsibility. So what is collective responsibility? It's feature of which form of the political system we will discuss. From here we one thing notice that we have to focus the feature of the American or the presidential form of the government political system specific to the USA. Okay, that we need to notice here. Moving to the next question. Which of the following is a feature of presidential form of government? Obviously the answer is the stability. Okay, as we all know. Then moving to the next question. Member of American cabinet is appointed by whom? It's president. Okay, so it's presidents. Okay, member of cabinet appointed by the president. Moving to the next question. We are under constitution, but constitution is what the judge says. It is said about the judiciary of USA. Okay, so the USA in America are so powerful than the rest of world, because once a judge of Supreme Court for lifetime. Okay, for lifetime the judge became judge. We need to remember here there is no term of the judge of the High Court or the be it your Supreme Court in USA. Okay, but in India there is a term, specific term of a judge of Supreme Court or High Court, but in USA different procedure are there. So that is how unique thing we need to remember, and we notice here that unique constitutional feature with respect to USA we need to remember. Moving to the next question. Following statement identify the basically one that fully correct. So it's as much as I remember 2023 PGT paper. Okay, so it is a PGT paper 2023. The correct, the USA federal system is known for the strong center and the strong state, as I said, because they have a dual constitution, they have a dual basically judiciary, and they have a dual citizenship, and that's why the both strong center and the state are the strong. Okay, then senatorial courtesy is a long-standing, unwritten, unofficial, and non-binding constitutional convention in USA. So it is also correct. Senatorial courtesy will discuss. So it's a feature of the USA. Okay. Then best known power of the USA Supreme Court is a doctrine of judicial review is established in the case of Marbury versus Madison 1803. So we have already discussed, and answer of this question obviously option D, all are correct. Okay, A, B, C, all are correct. And one thing notice from here, what is the thing that we have to focus, the feature of the USA political system, not only the feature but also its due concept and meaning. Because you should notice the reality, I will show this question is framed by taking the three individual question, how your examiner frame question in the current scenario. I will let you know. Okay, that's the reality. Okay, see, here the one question is that the American constitutional practice. So here we notice what, the senatorial courtesy. Now they pick out this option and they frame a what, the statement or line in your another question. That is one thing we notice. Moving to the next, here we will say the power of judicial review 1803. Now they take it from here and they make a sentence in your the last question, as I like highlight to you. Okay, from here they get one question, one things. Okay, the second point. Okay, so this is how right now they are like making the question from taking a rationale from the previous questions. Okay, and they try to combine or they try to compile the previous question into a comprehensive way. Okay, that is what we notice na. Okay, okay, and here we also notice the third point, constitution is what a judge say. Okay, uh, so that is how the thing that we have to remember, that the examiner are basically make the frame the question by taking the question from the previous and they try to reframe that question only by modifying or twisting the questions. That is how you have to remember, and you don't need to worry, because it's a good thing that you have already attended the previous question. On the basis of that you are going to attempt the upcoming question, and in your upcoming examination we can also notice this kind of things. Okay, that is how you have to remember. Then moving to the next question, the USA Constitution first written one and from which year it was became effective. See, it's talk about effective, so that answer will be option C, 1789. Okay, that is how effective. So 1789 is the answers. Okay, moving to the now, what do we notice? Our objective is not only to see the question but also understand, but also interpret how the question frame, what is the rationale before the question. Okay, they basically frame that we have noticed that things, and we come to a conclusion that we need to focus the previous year question based study, because we can't ignore the previous year based question. It's our objective to crack the question, not to basically comment on the topics. We have to crack the question, and what you need to understand here, we have to understand the previous year question very clearly, how the question frame, and with that thing we have already done, I hope. So we need to focus the amendment, the article, the legislative, executive, judiciary process, along with the unique thing which are very crucial for the USA political system. That is our understanding here. Okay, so that is how main the things in our theory. You will think, you will see the thing which are already there in your examination. I am just doing the explaining that things, nothing is new, but I will also adding some new thing and also compiling all the information in a single note, which is going to help you for your revise purpose, that I can say. Okay, so that is my objective. So try to understand that thing. Okay, because I am not here to make any kind of the dilemma to you. Okay, so moving to the next, now we are going to discuss the theory, and this is going to very crucial and it will helpful to you. We will see first legislative, executive and the judiciary, then we will see the amendment. Okay, then we will see the article, and we will also see the political system. Okay, and also the feature of the USA political system we will discuss in these sessions. Hope you all will agree with this point, and after covering this lesson you will feel that how the lesson is very important to you, and you will get definitely the question in your examination, and question are frame from this note only. Okay, I can assure that things. So on this note, let's start first legislative systems. Okay, so like India, in USA the bicameralism, the House of Representative is the lower house and House of the Senate is the upper house. And one unique thing in USA you will found, there are the 50. Okay, there are the basically 50 state. Out of 50 state, the two senators are basically represent in the Senate as upper house. Okay, and your upper house in USA are more powerful than lower house. If I talk about India, something different. In our case, the lower house is more powerful than upper house. Moving to the next, the Congress. The Congress is known as the legislative organization. Like in our India, the legislative organization is Parliament, but in case of USA, the legislative organization known as Congress. Okay, that you need to remember. Then I will switch to the educative portion. Okay, I will switch to the educative systems. Okay, so educative, the president is the head of the state and head of the government, but in our case the president is the head of the state, but prime minister is the head of the government. So there is a two kind of executive we will find. One is the nominal and another one is the real. But in USA, the one executive who the head of the government and head of the states. So president is have the all power, the real power also. Okay, not only the just a executive power but also real executive power the president had. That's why the president is powerful and it has a strong center also. Then president is not political accountable to the legislature. Why the president is not political accountable to the legislature? Why? Because the president has basically, we can say that are not the person. Okay, the president are not the person of the cabinet, or we can say that the president are not part of the Congress. We need to remember that things. So there is a strict separation of the power. Separation of the power means what? That executive, legislative and judiciary are doing their functions. That we need to remember, that there is how the three branch. But in our India, what happened, our prime minister are also part of legislature along with the also part of the cabinet. So here the link you can understand. But in case of USA, the president is not a part of legislatures. It's not a part of your, what I would say, the Congress. Okay, he is the one who basically elected by the people. That you need to remember here. That is how separation of power, strict separations. That president is not part of legislature. There is a overs water side difference between legislative, executive and judiciary. So there is a no fused power. But in India there is a fused power. The overlapping function you can found, but there is no overlapping function in case of USA. That is how the unique thing you need to remember. Then the president has no constitutional power to dissolve the Congress, and the Congress cannot issue a vote of no confidence against the president. That's why the president became more powerful. Okay, the Congress or a legislature body cannot basically initiated a no confidence motion against your presidents, and president has no power to dissolve the Congress. That you need to remember. Okay. Moving to the next, the judiciary system, and it's very interesting. Judiciary system. The Supreme Court has no term of retirement, serving till the death. So in USA, the Supreme Court like once a judge for lifetime. There is no the term of expirations, but in our India, the Supreme Court term are mentioned. There is a specific time that Supreme Court judge has to be resigned. Has to be basically like term is expired. Okay, but in Supreme Court there is no such things. That's why the USA Supreme Court or judicial system are more powerful than the world's. Okay, that's why the question frame form here only. Moving to next, the Marbury. Okay, the Marbury versus the Madison, the 1803, the judicial review. Okay, or decentralized model is more important thing. Okay, Marbury versus Madison 1803, the judicial review is more basically here. The judicial review are basically concept initiated from this case. The question are basically framed in different way that we need to remember. Marbury versus Madison 1903 responsible for judicial review. Okay. Then moving to the another concept that is of the spoil systems. So what is the spoil systems? A spoil system basically the system which are practiced were practiced in USA but not right now. Okay. What is spoil system? Simply they can ask the question, the spoil system was a part of which administration? So USA you need to remember. But in shortly you can say that spoil system means what? It is a system which is basically practiced by every political party or every government. Okay, the newly formatted government, they appoint the civil servant not basis of merit but on basis of their relative, on basis of their party member and their own member into the civil service. That is how the spoil systems. But right now this system is not practiced in USA due to the Pendleton Civil Service Act 1883. Okay, so you can remember that thing. Now we will switch to the amendment, and it is very important from our exam point of view with respect to USA amendment, and here you can definitely get a question that I can assure to you. Okay, so amendment, you will see the 12th amendment. Okay, the 12th amendment, constitutional amendment, the electoral and the ballot for president and vice president. So about the president and vice president ballot system are mentioned in the 12th amendment act. Okay, in 13th amendment, okay, in 13th amendment act, the abolition of the slavery system. So abolition of slavery system mentioned in the 13th constitutional amendment act. They can ask the question that which amendment act deals with the abolition of the slavery system. So it is the 13th constitutional amendment act, you have to remember it anyhow. Moving to the next, your 14th constitutional amendment act that deals with right to life, liberty and property or citizenship right. Okay, so 14th constitutional amendment act deals with what? Right to life, liberty and property or citizenship rights. Okay, these are the natural right, we remember. Simply they can ask the question, the natural right of the the USA Constitutional Amendment Act deals what? So 14th Constitutional Amendment Act also mentioned in the provision of the citizenship right. Okay, moving to the next, the 17th Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, so 17th Constitutional Amendment Act, the senator, that means the upper house, consists with two members from each states. So here you can get a question that which Constitutional Amendment Act deals with the senator consists of the two members from each house. That is how 17th Constitutional Amendment Act. Moving to the next, the 22 Constitutional Amendment Act deals with no person hold the office of president more than the twice. Okay, so here the previous question you will get, and we will learn about the 22 CA deals with that no person can hold the office of president more than twice. That we need to remember. Then moving to the next, a 26th Constitutional Amendment Act, right to vote basically to 18 years old. voter, okay, or the citizens. So this is how your important constitutional amendment act with respect to USA political system. You will definitely get question from here only. That's became very important. Moving to the next. Now we'll see the article of the USA, basically constitution. Okay, so first article deals with the legislative power. Okay, second article deal with the executive power of president. Third article deal with the article 3 deal with the judiciary power, and it's commonly known as the separation of the power, because we know that the separation of power between the separation of power held by executive, legislative and judiciary. So that we need to focus here. Then we will see the political party in USA. So there are the like two major dominant political party. One is the Democratic Party, which represent the left ideology. Okay, okay, left ideology, and another one is the Republican Party, which represent the right ideology, or we can say that the cultural attitude or the orientations. Now your question is that, as we all know, Joe Biden, a president, current president of USA, and he belongs to which political party? Hope you will provide the answer correctly. Okay, okay. Now we will see the important extra informations, or we can say that some of important act and legislation with respect to USA, and that is going to important, and that is how the you can get a match of or the correct incorrect type of question in your SSB examination. So Treaty of Paris 1783. Okay, so from here you have to remember July 1776, freedom from British. Okay, so USA got freedom from British on July 1776. Then 77. Okay, so 1777, introduction to Conference of USA. Okay, that is how 1777. Then your the Federal Constitution of USA 1787. Okay, so before that the Treaty of Paris. So under the Treaty of Paris 83, USA basically declared as a new states, because that is how Treaty of Paris. Then Federal Constitution of USA 1787. Okay, the federal, or we call so called your Philadelphia. Okay, Philadelphia or federal. Okay, 1787. Then Federal Council is 1789, or the USA Constitution are effective from 1789. Okay, then Bill of Rights, it's as a fundamental right 1791. Then 1803 constitutional review or the judiciary review. So they can easily can ask the question the correct or incorrect pair from here, the different act and legislation related to the USA. Moving to the next, which is going to very important for exam point of view, that is how extra informations uh, for our exams. Okay, so there is a concept like gerrymandering means what? To increase in number of the seats. Okay, gerrymandering means what? It is a practice which follow in USA that talks about increasing in number of the seats. Then your senatorial courtesy. The senatorial courtesy in the sense is a process which deals with the selection of the federal court judges with the consultation of the senators of federal state with the president. Okay, so what is senatorial courtesy? Senatorial courtesy is a process in which select the judges of the federal court while consulting the senator of the states. Okay, so when you are appointing a federal judges of the federal court, then you need to basically consult with the senators. Okay, president need to consult with the senator, because we see that there is a dual kind of judiciary, and the state are so stronger also. So here the senator also play a vital role to selection of the judges of the uh, federal court. So that is how senatorial courtesy, such a concept we found there, and it is a long standing and unwritten and unofficial and non-binding constitutional convention in USA. So it's there is no mention in our constitution of USA, but it's a convention. It's a we can say that non-binding constitutional convention. Yes, it's although it's a part of the constitution, but it is a something not clearly defined. Okay, so because it is something president need to the recommend the consultation of the your senator from specific states in order to appoint a judges in the federal court. So that is how the one thing you need to remember, the senatorial courtesy is a part of the USA political administrations. Then moving to the next, opposing senator of the federal state also consult in this process. Okay, the oppositor those are not part of the president's political party. The senator, those are not part of the president political party, they are also the providing wish to provide the uh, like consultation or suggestion to the president to appointment of the federal judges. Okay, that is how things. Then moving to the next concept, that is how filibuster. What is filibuster? Filibuster, it is a process which delays the law making process, followed by a long debate and discussion. Okay, so it is a filibuster is a concept which make delay in particular law or enactments because of the debate, discussion, and long debate and discussion. That is how filibusters. Okay, you must have seen in our political legislative practicing that the member of parliament are doing too much debate and discussions, and there is a delay in law making process, and that concept in US known as filibuster. Okay, moving to the next, it became an obstacle for before law making and enactment. It's a very detrimental to the law and the enactment. Okay, that is how the filibuster. Okay, then moving to the next, the legislative proceedings. The legislative proceeding with respect to, as you study that how filibuster is talking about delay in bill. Okay, that is how the things. But how the bill will pass, how member will put vote, that will discuss under these things. And to end a debate, a special majority. Okay, to end a filibuster, a special majority with consultation of the 16 senators with the support of the 3/5 require. Okay, 3/5, not 2/3. Okay, so they mistakenly mention the 2/3, but you need to remember the 350 and the 16. Okay, at least consult the 16 senators, and with the 350 require for what? To ending a debate, to ending a discussions or deliberations. Okay, that you need to remember. From here you get question, already they asked the question. Okay, so you can get also the question in upcoming examination. But final vote require only a simple majority. Okay, to just end a debate or just end a deliberation or discussion, we need to, in USA we need to basically take a consultation of 16 senators with a 350 require. Okay, but in the final vote a simple majority just require. So let's quickly revise for you what we discuss in this theory part. So in under the legislative system we discuss bicameralism, the House of Representative and Senator, two senates from each states, and Congress is known as the legislative organization. Then under the executive system we discuss president is head of the state and head of the government, and president is not politically accountable to the legislature. That is how there is no collective responsibility, and president has the veto power including the qualified veto. Like in India there is no such qualified veto with a president, and strict separation of the power. There is no fused power, and the president has no constitutional power to dissolve the Congress, and Congress cannot issue a vote of no confidence against the president. Okay, then the judicial move to the judicial system. Under that we discuss Supreme Court has no term of the retirement, serving the till the death, and Marbury versus Madison 1803, judicial review and decentralized model. Pendleton Civil Service Act 1883 abolished the spoil system. Moving to the amendment, 12th amendment, electoral ballot for president and vice president. 13, abolition of slavery. 14th, life, liberty and property and citizenship right. 17, senators of upper house consist of two members from the each states, and 22, no person hold the office of president more than twice, and 26th, right to vote or 18 years. Okay, then article 1, legislative power, 2, executive power, and 3, judiciary power. And political party, Democratic Party left ideology, Republican Party right ideology. Okay, then the then act and legislation. 76, freedom from British. Okay, introduction to the conference of USA 1777. Then treaty of Paris 1783, USA as a new states. then your Federal Constitution of USA 1787, then your Federal Council 1789. Okay, or we can say that it came to force. Okay, 1791 Bill of Right and 1803 Constitutional Review or Judicial Review. Moving into the extra information for examination, gerrymandering to increasing in number of the seats. Then Senatorial courtesy is a process of which deals with selection of the federal court judges with the consultation of senators of federal states with the president, and it is a long-standing, unwritten, unofficial, non-binding constitutional convention in USA, and opposing in senator of the federal state also consulted in the process. Moving to the filibuster. Filibuster, it is a process which delays the lawmaking process, followed by a long debate and discussion, and it becomes an obstacle before the lawmaking and enactment and legislative proceedings to end on a debate. A special majority with the consultation of 16 senators with the support of the 350 are required, and but final vote the require only a simple majority. Okay, so far so this theory is concerned. We discuss legislative, executive, judiciary, amendment and article, few of important enactment, along with the important concept like gerrymandering, filibuster, senatorial courtesy. All the things is discussed with respect to your examination. Now there is a homework question for all of you, that is how which of the following is not taken from USA. Okay, so from USA, which of the following is not taken? Option A, public interest litigation, judicial review, federalism, and all are correct. So you need to provide the answer in your comment section. Hope you will provide the answer. Okay, so thank you everyone for being part of this lesson. Hope you found it interesting and valuable, with respect to US and political system, and I put my best with respect to this US and political system. A lot of new thing has been explored by me with respect to that thing. Personally, I believe that I gave my best, whatever possible, so because it's really hard to make me for collecting the different thing, but all the things basically motivate me. That is your supports. Okay, and I need your support. For that you need to subscribe our channel and share with your friend and make it the 100. That's the things which only motivate to me to work for you with basically aimless effort. Okay, so that is how the things, and this is all about from my side. Thank you so much for being part of this lesson. Thank you guys, have a nice day.